So sorry for internet disturbance, some service related matter, hacker, technical error. So we are moving on towards the Pravicharana Snehas. The Pravicharana Snehas, which is explained in Charaka Sutra Sthana, 13th chapter, 25th shloka. So if you are moving towards the Pravicharana Sneha, that is the variety of the Pravicharana Snehas. So like they have explained in the shlokas like Odanascha Vilepischa Charasoho Mamsapayo Dadihi Yavaguhu Supakashako Cha Yusha Kambalikaha Kadaha Sakta Sakta Vastila Pishtam Cha Madhyam Lehasta Tataiva Cha Bhaksham Abhyanjanam Bastitata Cha Uttarottara Bastayah गंडुषः कर्णतैलं च नस्तः कर्ण अक्षितर्पणं चतुर्विंशति रित्यतो स्नेहस्य प्रविचारणः. Just remember the shloka. Just today, just write on the shloka number. That is Charaka Sutra Sthana, 13th chapter, 23rd and 25th shloka. Just remember the shloka, and we are dealing with the 14 types. What are the pravicharana snehas and how it can be practiced in our day-to-day life, in our coming to the practice of the Panchakarma. So coming to the Odana. So how the Odana is prepared? Firstly, the Odana. So Odana, it is prepared with one part of the rice, or we can call it as Raktashali, and 5 parts of the water. Then it can be mixed with the water. So it is considered, so here we have to take 1 part of the rice and with the 5 parts of the water, then we have to start boiling it. When it will get means boiled, so that time we have to strain it out. It is considered as Odana. So 1 part यहाँ पे rice लेना है और 5 part water लेना है, जल लेना है, उसको उबालते जाना चाहिए. जब अग्नि का संस्कार करते हैं तो जब हम उसको स्ट्रेन करते हैं, जब उबालने के बाद उसको स्ट्रेन करना चाहिए. जब जो बॉइल्ड राइस रहता है वो कंप्लीटली जब बॉइल्ड होता है, उस राइस को हम क्या बताते हैं कि ओदन बताते हैं. द बॉइल्ड राइस विच इज एडेड विथ अ स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ द घृता. So in that we have to add some of the aushadhi yukta dravya. So when we are adding the particular aushadhi yukta dravya, it can be considered under one type of the pravicharana sneha. So in the same manner, so in next classes we are dealing with particular how the purva karma, pradhana karma and paschat karma of the particular the snehana. Just I am giving the brief introduction of the particular things. What is the vodana and what is the vilepi of the pravichar in the context of pravicharana sneha. So everyone remember 1 part of the rice and 5 parts of water, then just go on boiling. When the boiled rice is prepared, in that rice just you have to add the aushadhi yukta sneha and just you can give for the administration purpose. So actually and vilepi, coming to the second part is odanascha vilepi. So vilepi is the vilepi. Here we are taking the 1 part of the particular rice and 4 parts of the water, and when it is a complete boiling, it will like a thick in a nature. So in that, when it will becoming a thick, in that we have to add some amount of the medicated ghee. So just remember, हम 1 part रक्तशाली लेना है और 4 parts जल लेना है. जल लेने के बाद उसको अग्नि संस्कार देने के बाद जब वो थिक हो जाता है या गाढ़ा हो जाता है उसको, तब उसमें हमें औषधि युक्त स्नेह ऐड करके उसको एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए देना है. So coming to next third is the rasa. So rasa, here rasa means it refers to the mamsa. So मीट सूप जो मैंने बताया था संसर्जन क्रम में, जो मीट सूप हम कैसे प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए. एग्जाम्पल हमें अभी हम ले रहे हैं तो 1 part of the particular meat soup is prepared with 1 part of the meat means मांस को 1 part लेना चाहिए और उसका जो प्लस पार्ट रहता है मीन्स 2 रेशो में क्या लेना चाहिए, वाटर लेना चाहिए और उसको बॉईल करते जाना चाहिए. जब सूप जैसा गाढ़ा बन जाता है, so when it became like a soup in that consistency, we have to add in that the particular this one घृता or औषधि युक्त स्नेहा, and we have to give for the administration. So coming to next is the mamsa, that is rasa, that is mamsa rasa. So next coming to the mamsa, here we have to prepare some kind of the dishes, like we have to prepare some of the different kinds of mamsa preparation. So in that we have to add some amount of the Aushadhiyukta Sneha and we can go for the administration. And coming to next is the Dugdha. So here Dugdha, so we have to add in the milk which is in a lukewarm condition, in that we have to add Aushadhiyukta Sneha and we can administer. So it is consider it as one type of the thing. And next is the Dhi. So the curd which is consisting in that curd we have to add the Sneha and we have to give for the oral administration. And Yavagu. So Yavagu, here we have to take the one part of the complete cereal, some type of a cereal we have to take, and 6 parts of water, 1:6 ratio we have to take, and just we have to do the Agni Sanskara. When we are doing the Agni Sanskara, here cereal means we can take the barley or dalia, etc. we can take in our practice purpose, and we have to that liquid, some type of a semi-liquid consistency we have to prepare and we have to administer with adding of the some amount of the ghee. So, and coming to the Supa. Supa, here it refers to one part of the pulses, the dhanyas which are mixed with the 14 parts of the water. Then you are going to boil it. When it is consisting of the liquid portion or a soup consistency, in that we have to add the particular Aushadhiyukta Sneha or whichever the Sneha, and that time we can give it as it is for the purpose of the Snehana. And coming to the Shaka. The Shaka means here refers to the vegetables. The vegetables which are taken and which are boiled in a water, depending upon the seasons we have to choose the different shakas, that is the vegetables. So in that we have to adding some amount of the Sneha and we are giving for the particular administration purpose. And coming to the Yusha. So how the Yusha is prepared, the one part of the pulses and 14 parts of the water, then boil it as, then here when we are boiling, that is 1:14 parts, then that is reduced to half of the quantity, means 1/2, means half of the quantity. That condition is called as the Yusha. In that Yusha we have to add some amount of the Aushadhiyukta Sneha, so it can be mixed and we can administer it as the Pravicharana Sneha. Next is the Kambalika. So Kambalika, during the preparation of the Yusha, so Yusha only, the pulses is mixed with the 14 parts of the water in that combination. So if you are preparing the Yusha, in that combination only, if we are adding the curd, some amount of the curd or a salt or then amla rasa or some of the fat, if we are adding, or some masha we are adding, that condition is called as the Kambalika. So just remember what is the Yusha and what is the Kambalika. Next is the Kada. So Kada, here the combination of the one part of the pulses or dhanyas, so Shimbi dhanyas, and 14 parts of the water, and it's added with some kinds of like takra or this one kapitta, changeri, maricha, chitraka, etc. if you are adding, and after that if we are boiling, it is called as khada yusha or khada preparation. And this khada which is mixed with some amount of the sneha and administered as the vicharana sneha. Next is 13th is saktu. The saktu means the flour. If your flour here refers to the आटा, जो भी आटा रहता है सीरियल का या कौन सा भी आटा रहता है, so जो आटा या cereal, the flour of the cereal and pulses, the shimbi dhanyas, the flour of the shimbi dhanyas which is moistened in adequate amount of the fat. जो भी क्या बोलते हैं उसको फ्लोर रहता है या आटा रहता है, उसको हमें जो एडिक्वेट अमाउंट ऑफ जो भी घृत या स्नेह रहता है उसमें उसको भिगो के रखना है, उसके बाद में उससे सम प्रिपरेशंस बना के उसको देना है, उसको बताते हैं सक्तु. कमिंग टू द तिलपिष्टा. सो तिलपिष्टा द विच इज द केक्स, जब हम ऑयल एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं पर्टिकुलर थिंग से, व्हेन वी आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग द ऑयल, द पर्टिकुलर द लाइक tila, so tila from the tila, so we are making some cakes or we can call it as tila pishtas. So in that we have to add some amount of the particular the sneha and we have to tell it as you can utilize for your purpose of the vicharana sneha. So coming to madhya. So in the persons like Madhya and other conditions, some of the alcoholic preparations, not like today's alcoholic preparation, in olden days, they are preparing some of the alcoholic preparations like Sura, etc. In that, if we are mixing some amount of the sneha and we are giving for the purpose of the pravicharana, it can be considered it as the vicharana sneha. And coming to the leha, so if we are making any of the soft dishes, so soft dishes if you are making जो लेहा, so soft dishes and thick consistency, जब भी हम प्रिपरेशन बताते हैं तो एग्जाम्पल हम यहाँ पे बताते हैं सॉफ्ट या थिक कंसिस्टेंसी जो लेह के चटने के काम आए, जो लेहा इजी टू सॉल्व इट, जो निगलने के लिए आसानी हो, उस कंडीशन उसी कंडीशंस में हम शुगर या पल्सेस वगैरह डाल के कुछ स्वीट डिशेस बनाते हैं. लाइक कौन सा भी हलवा हो सकता है, उस कंडीशंस को हम लेह के फॉर्म में जब बनाते हैं, लाइक हम ब्लैक ग्राम से ले सकते हैं या मुद्ग से हम जो भी प्रिपेयर करते हैं उसमें थोड़ा अमाउंट ऑफ जो स्नेहा डालते हैं, उसको जब हम इंड्यूस करते हैं तो उसको जो कंजप्शन के लिए बोलते हैं तो उसको क्या बताया है, लेह फॉर्म ऑफ प्रविचारण स्नेहा. जस्ट रिमेंबर which is soft and thick consistency. If we are making the sweet dishes, adding some amount of the sugar and some amount of the pulses, and if we are making the dish and if in that we are adding some amount of the sneha, which is considered as the leha form of the pravicharana sneha. So next is the abhyanga. So abhyanga is the therapeutic external application of the particular the sneha. So मैं तभी बताया था प्रविचारण स्नेहा which is not only the for internal purpose, it is also external purpose also they have explained here. The 17th one is the abhyanga. So अभ्यंग बोलते हैं जब नॉर्मल बॉडी के ऊपर जो बाह्य स्नेहन बताते हैं उसको जब हम यूज करते हैं तो अभ्यंग टाइप ऑफ प्रविचारण स्नेह बोलते हैं. सो नेक्स्ट इज द भक्षण. सो भक्षण हियर इफ यू आर मेकिंग एनी टाइप ऑफ द स्वीट डिशेस दैट इज कॉल्ड एज भक्षण. जो भोज या भक्षण बताते हैं, 36 टाइप ऑफ के भोज ऐसे बताते हैं, उस टाइप हम जब भी भक्षण बनाते हैं या डिशेस बनाते हैं, वो डिशेस क्या होते हैं उसको भक्षण बोलते हैं. सो इन दैट काइंड ऑफ स्वीट डिशेस और अदर डिशेस इफ यू आर एडिंग सम अमाउंट ऑफ द औषधि युक्त स्नेहा, वैसे कंडीशन में सम अमाउंट हम औषधि युक्त स्नेहा डालते हैं तो उसको भक्षण टाइप ऑफ विचारण स्नेह बताते हैं. सो कमिंग टू द गंडूशा. So for the gandusha and all those things, if you are making the gandusha with some tailas, actually we are practicing some type of the gandusha with taila in the different conditions like ardhita or vakstambha. In that condition, actually I have experienced with different kinds of using of the this kind of a sneha in the manner like we have experienced in one conditions like I think trigeminal neuralgia case. In that we are administered the Shatapaka Taila for the Gandusha purpose, because trigeminal neuralgia, it's mainly dominance of the Vata. So in that condition Vata Shamana, the Anilahara, so Vata Hara, the condition is the Taila, and Shatapaka Taila is the best among the Urdhva Sneha. So we are practiced or we are dealt with this Shatapaka Taila, and we administered this Shatapaka Taila for the Gandusha purpose in trigeminal neuralgia case. We got some 50% of the recovery from that particular the pain. So and after that preparation means practice of the Gandusha, he can able to open and close his mouth easily. So when because before when the trigeminal neuralgia is there, the severe pain is there, it was reduced to 50% and he is able to open his mouth the normally. So it can be, we can practice it's like in the conditions like Gandusha, and in Ardhita also we are practiced with some tailas like Kshirabala Taila, and depending upon the Prakriti and patients or a way of practicing. And coming to the Karna Purana. So Karna Purana here refers to the feeling of the particular the Sukoshna Sneha, whichever the Grutaha or Taila. Mainly Taila is indicated for the Karna Purana. जो कर्ण पूरण के लिए हम यूज करते हैं जो ऑयल को, उसको बोलते हैं कर्ण पूर्णा मैनर. We are using in the different kind of ENT disorders this kind of a Karna Purana context. And coming to the Nasa Purana, nasal administration, if we are using for Nasya purpose also, it can be considered it as the Nasa Purana. So for like Anuttaila or Shadbindu Taila, जब भी हम नस्य के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, this is also considered as one of the type of pravicharana sneha. And coming to the Akshitarpana, so for the eye nourishment of the eyes, if you are using the Akshitarpana, so क्या करते हैं जो अक्षितर्पण में, so if you are planning, we have to make a thick paste of the particular this one, we have to prepare the particular dough and we have to apply that dough the on arbitrary area of the eye, and here we are placing the some amount of the oil, so for a particular time. It is called as Akshitarpana. Mainly we are using the Triphala Ghruta for the Akshitarpana, and Triphala Ghruta is considered as best chakshusha. In our day-to-day practice, we are dealing with so many of the patients which were having the vision problems like refractive errors. In that condition, we have used this kind of the Triphala Ghruta and Triphala Ghruta for the Akshitarpana purpose. It gives tremendous result. So coming to next is the Basti. So 23rd types is a Basti, Pravicharana Sneha manner. If so when we are dealing with the Basti, Basti means in that manner like Anvasana Basti or some type of a Nira Basti, also we are adding some amount of the Sneha, which also can be considered as one type of the Pravicharana Sneha. Coming to the Uttara Basti, in urethral root also we are giving some amount of the Sneha, which can be considered as Uttara Basti manner. So we have to, if we are considering all these 24 pravicharana snehas, जब हम ये सब 24 जो 24 टाइप्स हैं, चतुर्विंशति प्रकार स्नेहा हैं, इनको हम एक मैनर में देखा जाए तो इनको हम क्या बोलते हैं, उसको इकट्ठा लाके हम इसको डिवाइड किए तो एक एक हमें पता चलता है कि प्रविचारण स्नेहन में भी कुछ हम अलग अलग विकल्प बना सकते हैं. लाइक केवल स्नेह प्रयोग, हम यहाँ पे 24 देखें, उसमें केवल स्नेह प्रयोग कौन से प्रविचारण स्नेहन में करते हैं बोले तो इन नस्या, कर्ण अक्षितर्पणा and Gandusha, Abhyanga and Basti. In that manner, we are using the particular the Kevala Snehana manner. And some of the preparations like if Kevala Sneha is over, and along with some others like Odana, Vilepi, Yavagu, Rasa, Mamsa, इनमें हम add करते हैं. Based on the route of administration, if you are classifying this Pravicharana or if you are subclassifying it, here we can consider it as, if we are giving from the oral route, we can consider it as Gandusha or Panartha purpose. If you are dealing with the skin region mainly, it can be considered as Abhyanga. If you are dealing with the eyes, it is considered as Akshitarpana. If you are dealing with the ear, it is called as Karnataila. So it's depending upon the conditions. If you are Abhyantara, it's Bahya is over, because Bahya in that Gandusha is came, and Abhyantara oral route along with Odana and etc. If you are dealing with the nasal route, Nasya, if genital or urethral route, it is considered as Uttara Basti, rectal route normal Basti, and based on the action. So जब हम एक्शन के या कर्म के अनुसार हम डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, तो शोधन प्रविचारणा, शमन प्रविचारणा एंड भ्रमण स्नेह प्रविचारणा. So based on the effect we can consider it as, and coming to here the indication of the particular the pravicharana. So indications are Snehadveshi, Snehanitya, Mridu Koshtacha E Naraha. So before only I explained this, the shloka is from Charaka Sutrasthana, 13th chapter, 82 82nd shloka. And coming to the another shloka which is explained under Sushruta Chikitsasthana, 31st chapter, 37th shloka. That is Sukumaram Krisham Ruddam Shishu Snehadvisham Tata Trashnartha Ushnakale Cha Saha Bhaktena Payet. So here it will dealt with Sukumara, in the persons who are Sukumaras, जो भी सुकुमार रहते हैं या कृष्ण रहते हैं, emaciation, जो भी रुद्र रहते हैं, who are रुद्धा, and शिशु, or who are having aversion towards the स्नेह द्वेषी. So उन conditions में या अति तृष्णा conditions में या उष्ण काल में हमें प्रविचारण स्नेहन के माध्यम द्वारा स्नेहन देना उचित रहता है. इन दिस कंडीशन हमें देना चाहिए. सो यही बताया है प्रविचारण स्नेह में. सो कमिंग टू अनदर क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द स्नेहा, दैट इज द स्नेहा पाक. So here the Sneha Paka, before only I told Mrudu Paka, Madhyama Paka and Khara Paka. So स्नेहपाको त्रिदाज्ञेयं मृदु मध्ये खरस्तताः तुल्यकल्केन निर्यासो भेषजनां मृदुः स्मृतः संयाव इव निर्यासो मध्ये दर्वी विमुञ्चयति शीर्यमाने तु निर्यासे वर्तमाने खरस्ततः खरस्तो ततः अभ्यंगो स्मृतः पाको मृदुस्ततः क्रियासु मध्यपाक तु पानार्थे बस्तौ च विनियोजयेत्. Means it is explained in Charaka Kalpasthana 12th chapter. The shloka number is 102 and 104. Just remember the shloka. Here it is referred it as the Sneha Paka. It is considered as a 3 types. जो स्नेह पाक रहता है उसको हम 3 types में consider करते हैं. That is मृदु पाका, मध्यमा पाका and खरा पाका. So मृदु पाका. What is the मृदु पाका? When we are preparing the sneha, when the drug attains in the consistency, if you are making the sneha paka, when you are going to the sneha paka, that the consistency of that particular kalka, if you are adding the particular sneha, that is becoming like a paste. It's completely becoming like a paste. It is considered as, means paste means very soft in nature. It is considered it as mrudu paka. जब भी आप प्रिपेयर करते हो जो स्नेह को खरा पाक मृदु पाक में, तब क्या जो भी द्रव्य रहता है जब स्नेह पाक करते हैं जो तेल में जो पेस्ट रहता है, जो थिक जैसा पेस्ट रहता है, वो पेस्ट कैसे रहता है? वेरी सॉफ्ट, वेरी मृदु. जब भी जो भी वेरी कोमलता रहता है उस कंडीशन को हम मृदु पाक बोलते हैं. कमिंग टू द मध्यमा पाक. मध्यमा पाक किसको कहते हैं? when the solution acquires in a jelly consistency, जब भी हम स्नेह बनाते हैं तो वो जेली कंसिस्टेंसी में जो जल लाइक रहता है, जब भी हम इसको हम स्पून में लेना चाहते हैं, जब वो जेली लाइक रहता है तो वो इजीली एस्केप होने के लिए तैयार हो जाता है. when that sneha or that consistency which is easily escape from the spoon, it is considered it as the madhyama paka. जब भी हम जो भी जेली के स्ट्रक्चर में रहता है उसको हम मध्यम पाक बोलते हैं. सो कमिंग टू द खरा पाका, व्हेन द सॉल्यूशन बिकम्स थिकन्ड, इट इज स्नैप्स एंड रोल्ड बिटवीन द फिंगर्स. जब हम खरा पाका, व्हेन वी आर यूजिंग फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ अ खरा पाका, व्हेन वी आर टेस्टिंग दैट कलका, when we are means making the paka kalpana, in that the kalka has to be, if we are taking the kalka in our hands, it has to be become, when we are making it a roll, it's like a roll, means between the fingers. If you are making the angusta and tarjani, it becomes the roll. If we can appreciate when it becomes a roll, it can be considered as the khara paka. So depending upon the actions, we can consider it as different types, like the sneha purpose, abhyanga purpose, different kinds of they have given, like abhyanga. So if we are coming to the charaka, for the abhyanga purpose we can use the khara paka. Jo khara paka, and according to Sushruta, madhyama paka is the best, and according to Vagbhata, the khara paka is the best for the abhyanga purpose, and Sharangadhara also madhyama paka. So जब भी हम अभ्यंग के लिए यूज करते हैं स्नेहन को, जब अभ्यंग के मैनर में, वहाँ पे क्या बताया है कि जब भी अकॉर्डिंग टू चरक जो खरा पाक रहता है वो हम अभ्यंग के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं. सुश्रुत और शारंगधर जी ने बताया है मध्यम पाक वी कैन यूज कर सकते हैं, और जो खरा पाक है उसको अकॉर्डिंग टू वाग्भट हम यूज कर सकते हैं. जब पान, इफ we are giving the administration, internal administration, in that condition Charaka told about madhyama paka, and Sharangadhara also opines that the madhyama paka is the best, and according to Sushruta mrudu paka, and according to Vagbhata chikkanna paka. So it's also, if they are classifying, it is considered as the chikkanna paka. So coming to the nasya, for the nasya purpose, according to Charaka it is mrudu paka, according to Vagbhata also mrudu paka, Sharangadhara also mrudu paka we have to use, and according to Sushruta we can use the madhyama, and according to basti के लिए हमें मध्यमा पाक according to Charaka and according to Sharangadhara, and khara paka and chikkanna paka according to Sushruta and Vagbhata. If we are using for the Karna Purana Sushruta Samhita में ही बताया है कर्ण पूरण के लिए कौन सा स्नेह पाक यूज करना है, that is khara paka sneha, and according to Sharangadhara madhyama paka of the sneha. So if you are summarizing the opinion of the all acharyas, just we have to like Abhyanga and Basti. So Madhyama to Karavaka is the best for the Sneha. If you are using for the Pana and Nasya purpose, Mrudu and Madhyama Paka is the best. For the Karna Purana, Madhyama and Karapaka is the best. So it is not for the purpose of the practitioner, so students also, if practitioners also, just remember that, because various type of pharmacies are preparing with a Karapaka only. Whenever we are administering as the practice purpose, जब भी हम practice के लिए use कर सकते हैं, practitioner के लिए यह ध्यान में रखना जरूरी है. When as the point of practitioners, just we are looking means mind that for the Abhyanga and Basti purpose, we have to choose the Sneha or the Paka preparation or a different Tailas which is having the Madhyama to Madhyama and Karapaka. And for the Pana, for Abhyantara purpose, if you are planning for the Sneha Pana in other manner, just you can go through Mrudu to Madhyama Paka. And Karna Purana, for the purpose of Karna Purana, just you can go to Madhyama and Karapaka. So I think everyone understood the today's topic, and in first the part 3 I have part 3 I have mentioned about the what is the classification of the Sneha, and what are the things we can adopt in our practice, and how we and interpretation I want to share with you. So here in a Pravicharana manner, they have told that add it like so. In our practice, actually, when I am practicing, when I am giving to the patients like a pediatric patients, we are making the some combinations like kshira. So making that is a kshira, and we are adding some amount of the guda and some amount of the taila, and we are mixing in mixy jar completely. We are using the grinder for the mixing purpose in a mixing jar, and after that we are adding the Sneha, and we are adding mixing that, and after that we are giving to the persons. Actually, in a pediatric patients, we are practicing in this manner. So in the Pravicharana manner, we are adding dugda and guda and some amount of the tila and the Sneha. We are adding and we are mixing, and we are preparing like a milkshake manner, which is very easier to have in a pediatric patients. So in that means in that manner, if we are using, because pediatric is a very challenging case to perform the Snehapana and other conditions like a Shodhanadi karma. So for a palatability issue, we are preparing this kind of things. And और भी मैं एक experience बताना चाहता हूँ. When I am the PG scholar in the department of SDM. So when in SDM, under the guidance of our HOD and under the guidance of our guide Dr. Lohit sir, we are started with some of the experiments, and the particular whichever I am dealing with this particular the trial which is I presented in World Ayurveda Conference, which is in 2018 in Ahmedabad. I have presented it also. Actually, we have started with the alternate route of the administration of the Sneha. We are used the Ryle's tube. I think सबको RT tube पता होगा. जो Ryle's tube हमने क्या किया, nasal route से डाला, जिनको भी अधिक मात्रा में स्नेह देना है, या whoever wants to take or whoever aversion towards the Sneha, we did in some 3 to 4 patients, and we are means we are evolving that particular these things RT tube insertions from the nasal route. After inserting that from that RT tube, we are starting giving the Snehana like increasing order. Like in coming classes, we are dealing with in increasing orders. Like first it's a 30 ml, next is depending upon the Sneha Jirna Avastha, we are calculating, and next dose. Actually, we have tried, I think 250 ml of the Sneha we are administered through the Ryle's tube, because 250 ml it's a very very big amount of the Sneha, which we can, if we are adopting this means which we can particularly intervention of the Sneha, it's very difficult. So we are chosen this Ryle's tube manner, and some patients we are difficulty in solving, and that patient also we can practice this kind of things. But before practicing, just if you are thoroughly in a clinical skills like how to insertion of RT tube and all those things is very very necessary matter. So this kind of some trials we did, and we found the good results. The same effect as like of the oral snehapana. So another also we did some of the preparations like in the Basti manner. So Basti manner still it is in SDM. In SDM, one of the PG scholar is going on this research work only. I think just now only they have submitted their thesis. In that thesis, they are administering the sneha in the rectal route. Means the mode of administration of a snehapana, they are considered as the rectal route in the like Anvasana Basti manner, and they tried it. They got tremendous result. Before also we tried with some of the cases, and now thesis also underwent. It is under evaluation section of RGHS. After that, you can use also in this manner. So these are the some clinical experiences I had with other Pravicharana snehas. So I think it is very beneficial to practice you as the alternate method of practicing the particular the snehapana. So I think everyone enjoyed with this class. So thank you for being present here for the class. Please stay tuned on the Niroga Street. We'll soon back on the next topic. It is Abhyantara Snehapana. It's very important regarding the practice also and regarding the your studies also. For practitioners also, just I think if you are interested to know about how you have to calculate the Abhyantara Snehapana and other things, just stay tuned on Niroga Street. We will meet on Tuesday. So same. So 9 to 10 a.m. Dhanyavad. Thank you one and all. Thank you.